morning, Dominique and the KBLA family. Welcome to Mindful Monday, where we get our minds right for the week by setting positive intentions to honor our mind and body through meditation, prayer, and affirmation as we step unapologetically into our week, being on purpose with faith, truth, power, and wisdom. Our Mindful Monday word for the week is commitment. It's Pisces season, jumping off with the Big Bang gracing us this week until March 19th, calling us forward to get back on track, honoring commitment, awakening self-love, challenging us to stay steadfast in our dreams. Pisces rules the pineal gland, or what is known as the third eye, aiding our nervous system to boldly engage in the honor of self. The third eye is the gateway to the world behind our eyes, giving way to inner vision and truth, supporting clarity, enhancing our outer vision. This Piscean celestial influence provides us with the opportunity to get back on track where we lack direction, enhancing self-preservation in all areas of our lives for the next 28 days. Our Mindful Monday meditation call to action this week is to unapologetically choose self-love in this commitment, to stand in commitment, changing your outer vision to support the blessings and gifts of your inner vision. So let's quiet our minds. Let's quiet our minds for a moment. Take a breath. Mindfully check in with the world behind your eyes. Slowly breathe in and out a few times, releasing any tension, any tightness in your body. Allow your breath to calm your mind and your body. Take long, deep breaths in, and when you exhale, relax, release, let go, and allow relaxation to unfold with each breath you take. And releasing and letting go, calming your mind and your body. Just breathe for a moment, centering yourself, grounding yourself. Now inhale and imagine a large ball of white light hovering over the top of your head. This light looks like a spotlight shining down on you, on your body. And as you exhale, see this spotlight covering your body completely. You're in this bubble of beautiful white light shining down over your body from your head to your toes. And as you see and visualize this light, allow yourself to relax. Allow yourself to be here in present time. Now inhale this light and trust this light to be your sacred space in this moment, in this time and space, relaxing. Now exhale, imagine this light surrounding your body and melting down into the earth, anchoring you, grounding you, bringing you here and now, quieting your spirit. Now inhale and bring your awareness to your inner truth. Keeping your eyes closed, listen with an open heart and mind to connect to your inner truth. And just breathe. And as you connect to your inner truth, center yourself, ground yourself, and now open your spirit to our Mindful Monday affirmation. Today, I commit to the wisdom of my soul, embracing divine right action. Today, I commit to the wisdom of my soul, embracing divine right action. Inhale your commitment to embracing the wisdom of your soul. Relax. Feel that. Exhale. Imagine the light surrounding your body, melting into the earth, anchoring you and grounding you as you embrace the wisdom of your soul. Allow your awareness to be present to the world behind your eyes. Feel yourself anchored and grounded. Now inhale, allowing your awareness to come to present time. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart and feel your heartbeat. Feel your heartbeat and let your breath be normal. Feeling your heartbeat, being here in present time. And take a moment to thank yourself for taking this time to experience our Mindful Monday meditation. And make a promise to be unapologetically bold going forward with a commitment to embracing divine right action in your life. And knowing today you are willing to commit to the wisdom of your soul to embrace divine right action. Take a breath. Feel yourself grounded. Feel yourself anchored to the earth. And take a moment to thank yourself. And I thank you, Dominique. Have a smiley, Miles, and the 1580 KBLA family. Have an unapologetic, mindfully blessed week, embracing the wisdom of the world behind your eyes with the commitment to the wisdom of your soul, embracing divine right action.
Thank you, Saharah. I wanted to share with you, I think it was Sharonda that called us last week. And yeah, it was Sharonda. Get my memory working. Who just thanked us for you, and you didn't get to hear it. And I'm sure she represents others. She was just saying that many times when she's feeling discouraged about the direction of the world or overwhelmed by the politics, the racism, white supremacy, Trump, she hears your affirmations, she hears your prayers and the things that you share with us about what's going on in the world astrologically, and it makes her feel better. It gives her peace. And I just thought that was really powerful that she shared that with us. I'm sure she's not the only one. Certainly, you've brought peace into my day, my life, many times over the course of the years. And it's been many years that we've been working together, all the way back to my Steve Harvey days, so which was a minute ago. So I just wanted to share that with you and to say thank you for the great work that you do on this show and also off the air.
And I am so grateful to be a part of the KBLA family and to be able to share my wisdom and my light. And I appreciate you so much for holding the space and allowing me to be authentic in the expression of the wisdom and truth that God moves through me. And I am so grateful for everyone who take heed to what I am allowed to share. And I am humble and grateful and thankful.
Do we have an upcoming sound bath, Saharah?
February 24th at Yoga House.
Oh, that's the one you told us don't be late.
Yeah, you can't be late. They will shut you out. They have no shame with that, and they will give you your money back. Because it's you have to think it's a collective. We have 30 people in a room lying down on the floor ready to go into this deep state of relaxation. So out of respect, it's important to just come in and set your sacred space so that you could receive a healing. But I'm always open to have KBLA listeners to come to my office and have a personal experience or a small group meditation or even a small group sound bath. And they can call Elise, and Elise will set everything up for them.
Great. And the February 24th Yoga House Pasadena is at what time?
It's 6:30 to 7:30.
6:30 p.m. Get there at 6:20.
It's the 24th. Now get there at 6 o'clock.
I'll get there at 6. Never mind 6:20. Get there at 6 p.m.
It's from 6 to 7:30. See, I will make you late. No, it's 6 to 7:30.
Okay, so get there at 5:45, 5:30.
Yes, 5:30 to get your spot.
And if you want to check in with Elise, her number is 213-628-9783, 213-628-9783. Mention KBLA, get a discount. You can get a reading or personal sound healing and some life coaching, whatever it is you need. Saharah Ali, as usual, thank you so much.
And thank you, Dominique and the KBLA family. Have a wonderful, blessed week with a commitment to yourself, allowing the highest good to unfold with grace and ease.
Find out more at SaharahAli.com. It's SAHARAH, SaharahAli.com. When we come forward, we'll take your phone calls. We're also opening up the phones, calling all candidates. If you're running for something, we will give you 4 minutes of fame between now and 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, Messy Monday starts, so you'll have to wait until next time. But today, this morning, we are calling all candidates. If you're not a candidate, you're also welcome in. We'd love to hear from you. Look, we got to talk about this $355 million. Plus interest, plus fines for the kids. Oh, Trump world is in trouble. Like it or love it, they are. It's KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we do Black history every single day. In fact, as the only Black talk radio station west of the Mississippi, we are Black history. Our annual Black History Month luncheon is fast approaching, and we want to be sure to give you ample time to get your company, organization, church, or group to join us at this year's celebration on the last day of the month, Thursday, February 29th at noon. Last year, we honored iconic local Black media personalities, including Pat Harvey, Jim Hill, Mark Brown, Beverly White, Sandy Banks, and Pat Prescott, and raised $20,000 in scholarships. This year, we're honoring Black Hollywood creatives who have used their artistic genius as climate justice champions. At this year's luncheon, we will be showcasing and sharing their inspiring work on our big screen. Plus, a scrumptious meal, live music, great company, and lots of fun with your favorite KBLA Talk 1580 hosts. So contact us today at info@smileyaudio.com or call 323-290-4690. That's info@smileyaudio.com or call 323-290-4690. We hope to see you Thursday, February 29th as we close out Black History Month. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your Black.
Don't settle for bumps, ingrowns, and itch due to dry skin. Try Venus for pubic hair and skin, the razor and regimen specifically designed for your pubic area, featuring a razor with patented irritation defense bar and skincare regimen that is dermatologist and gynecologist tested. Venus helps protect your pubic skin from shave irritation. Discover the full regimen of products at GilletteVenus.com.
My ride smells just right, just right, just right, just right.
Y'all gotta try that for Bree's car.
Just right, just right, just right. Yeah. La 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 la. With up to 40 days of consistency, all over Bree's car clips right on your vent. You know my car's my happy place. Keep that smile on my face when it smells just right, just right, just right. Yeah. Breathe happy for Breeze. La 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 la.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Charles Barkley in a pickup game.
We'll take Barkley.
Ha! First pick. Sorry, kids.
Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision?
Okay, here's the plan. Pass me the ball every time.
This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
On your period, sudden gushes happen without warning. But now, you can say goodbye to stand-up gush fears. Thanks to Always Ultra Thins with rapid dry technology. It absorbs gushes 2 times faster than the leading store brand and gives you up to 100% leak-free protection. Hello, clean and comfortable with Always Fear No Gush.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Gabby.
Hey, Gabby. It's Jennifer Coolidge. Hi. I'm so glad I reached you at 2 a.m.
Oh, of course. Anyone with a Discover card can call and talk to a real person 24/7. Now, how can I help?
Yeah, I used my Discover card to buy these yellow pleather pajamas, and I'm just not sure I'm pulling them off.
24/7 U.S.-based customer service. It pays to Discover. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/creditcard.
The conversation continues right now with Dominique DiPrima on First Things First.
800-920-1580. If you've got something on your mind, call me now. And, of course, we have an open call for candidates. So if you're running for office, this is your time to shine. 4 minutes of funk, 800-920-1580. Right now, I'm going to Star from Los Angeles. Good morning.
Hi, Dominique.
Hi. What's on your mind
Hi,
today?
This is Star. I called you before about these eviction cases.
Yeah.
So that, just to speak to what that 70-year-old woman might have been going through, she might have gotten steamrolled in her case. Can I give you an example of like a scenario that I've seen in court?
Yep.
Okay. So for instance, take me for example. My property owner is taking me to court for less than $2,500. And it turns out she actually owes me money because she increased the rent so many times. But a lot of these property owners, they're trying to raise prices on rent. So they're turning down the ULA money. So the tenant has applied for the ULA and the property owner's like, no, because if they get that tenant out of the house, then they could start making like upwards to like $12,000 more a year. Okay.
I didn't know that landlords could turn down the ULA money. That's money. You mean money to pay back what they were owed during the COVID period? Is that what you're talking about? And they're turning it down. I didn't know they could do that.
Yes. Yeah. Let me give you a scenario of a girl whose property owner turned down the money. Okay. So this girl is in court. She is like late stage pregnancy, about 7-8 months pregnant. She came into court. She had receipts, plane tickets, and everything saying the lawyers didn't serve me this eviction notice. So she had a default judgment that went against her. And she was trying to get her case opened back up because the lawyers were lying. The lawyers in my case have been lying. Like they put envelopes in the yard near the bushes so I couldn't find them. Like all kinds of stuff, right? So here's this girl in court. She's 7 or 8 months pregnant, trying to get back in her case. Her property owner turned down the money, didn't want that ULA money, just wanted to kick her out. The judge is sitting there saying, well, how long? How long? So she's about to have a baby. The girl can't even have the baby yet. After she has the baby, the judge wants to know, how long can you move? How ridiculous is that?
So, that seems counterintuitive because if I'm renting a place and I pay my rent, the landlord can't just say, oh, I'm not going to take your rent, so I'm kicking you out. They have to have just cause under, at least in LA. And that means that they would have to help with relocation fees, even if they have a cause. So how can a landlord just say, no, you have the money to pay back what you're owed, but I'm owing, but I'm just not going to take it?
Because the property owner can take a chance on that eviction actually happening. Because here, watch this. They can take a chance on the eviction actually happening, and if the eviction goes all the way through, then that disqualifies the ULA money. I got a letter from LAHD telling my property owner, you need to rescind the 3-day notice that you gave to this tenant because the tenant showed receipts that you actually paid. Like I showed receipts that I actually paid. She didn't want to sign for the certified mail, so she wound up putting me in court. So the letter that I took from Los Angeles Housing Department, I took it to court. They told me I can't use that letter because I didn't get the subpoena out in time to the person who wrote the letter, so therefore the letter is hearsay. As soon as my court was over, this is how LAHD played me. LAHD played me because they said, well, since you're in eviction court, we are going to go ahead and give the judge adjudication on this case, and so we're closing your case. But in order to even get my case open, I had to give them my paperwork that said I was in eviction court. So it's so messed up.
Mm. Wow.
And
it sounds
lady,
like... Oh, go ahead.
That 70-year-old lady could have gotten steamrolled. Like, she could have gotten all messed up.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's no question about it. I also know that a lot of people don't know about the help that is available as far as, relocation fees. If they're moving you, for certain causes, the landlords have to help you relocate. That's a substantial amount of money. I actually had a couple of friends who were, who had to move because the rent went up and they couldn't afford it anymore. And that is one of the scenarios where you can get where the landlord has to help you pay. If it's a 10% or more increase and you can't afford it, they have to give you relocation fees. Now, my friends didn't know that. I told them about it, and they were able to get these dollars from the landlord, and that helped them, to get into another place. But I think a lot of folks don't know. I think Stay Housed LA is a good resource that people don't know about. But the things you're telling me about, Star, it feels like there should be monitors in eviction court that are not they're not the the counsel for the landlord, and they're not the counsel for the tenant, should a tenant be lucky enough to have counsel. We know most of them do not, but just like roving monitors that check for stuff like that, because that's outrageous. The scenarios that you're describing, if they bear out, I mean, you certainly sound credible, and it sounds like the kind of crap that goes down. It's just shameful. And I do believe that, maybe not so much the mom and pop landlords, maybe it's just the corporate landlords, but I think some mom and pops too are gouging. Because you don't have to, you just because you can charge that much doesn't mean you should.
Right. Yeah, so the thing with as far as the monitors, I've been thinking that for so long. I was like, why isn't there a liaison here to help out just with the tenants? Because even if you go up to the clerk window, the clerks will be, the first thing they say is, you need to go get legal advice. Or they'll say, we have self-help over there, Shriver. Shriver does not help with everything. Shriver is like a little department in the court that's supposed to help tenants. They pretty much only help with like the first response that you give to the lawsuit. But just real quick, for what you're talking about with your friends and the rent increase and them getting help, that applies to if you have a single family home and your single family, the property owner can jack the rent up as much as possible. So they don't have to stick to the 4%. They can raise it as much as possible to get you to move out. And then when it's a single family home, they only owe you 1 month's rent to help you with your relocation. So that too, that's messed up too.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. I'm talking about apartments, but
okay.
That could very well be true. I'm talking about people who have to move from apartments if they raise it 10% and you can't afford it. That's one of the things that qualifies for relocation assistance, which is a significant amount. I'm not familiar with the rules for single family homes. But thank you, Star, for sharing those important insights in, your experiences, because that's kind of what I was thinking when I read that story. It's just like, oh my gosh, I hope this is not the wave of the future. I really do not want to see that. Appreciate you. Appreciate your insights. Going to Big Phil calling us from LA. Hi, Big Phil.
Good morning. Quick didn't rise this morning. Double busy. Let me say two other things. I really feel for that lady because I'm a homeowner, all tenant. I wouldn't treat my tenants like that. And by the way, I'm having a problem with my voting situation. Maybe you can help me with these two sisters who I can vote for. Michelle Chambers and Laura Richardson. You know anything about these two sisters?
I do.
What?
I do, and that's Senate seat 35, state Senate seat 35. That's the seat that Steve Bradford is currently in, and there's a bunch of people running for it. Among them are those two, right? Michelle Chambers and Laura Richardson. Michelle Chambers has been endorsed by Steve Bradford, who's currently in the seat. She's from Compton. She is a progressive. Laura Richardson would also probably describe herself as a progressive. She's a former Congress person out of Long Beach, and she hasn't been on the show yet, other than the 4 Minutes of Fame that we're doing right now. But Chambers' interview is up on the website KBLA1580.com. There's also Michelle Trishelle. Jennifer Trishelle Williams, and a couple others, Jennifer Trishelle, Michelle Williams, Nilo Vega, Micheline. They're all on our website if you want to listen. We'll talk a little bit more about it. We got news, traffic, and sports. Hold that thought. It's KBLA Talk 1580.
The station you turn to when you've had it up to here with cultural incompetence. KBLA Talk 1580.
Thank you for sharing a part of your Monday with us. I'm Mike Moore. Here's the latest from the Black Information Network. A grassroots group is calling for the city of Boston, Massachusetts, to pay $15 billion in reparations for slavery. The Boston People's Reparations Commission said over the weekend that its plan would involve $5 billion in direct cash payments to Black Boston residents, $5 billion to invest in new financial institutions, and $5 billion to address the racial education gap. An NBA legend wants to end his career with his current team. Los Angeles Lakers superstar, African-American LeBron James, told the media Sunday that he's been happy being a Laker for the past 6 years, and hopefully it stays that way. The 39-year-old made his comments before his record-setting 20th All-Star appearance. And that's the latest. I'm Mike Moore from your 24/7 news source, the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The best news out of NBA All-Star Weekend in Indianapolis came from LeBron James. Before Sunday's All-Star game, LeBron said he hopes to finish his career with the Lakers. A couple of days after the February 8 trade deadline, management for the Lakers and Golden State confirmed that they had casual talks about a trade that would have sent LeBron to the Warriors. LeBron said Sunday he was unaware of those discussions. LeBron did not play in the second half of the All-Star game. He's still undergoing treatment for his sore left ankle. Look for NBA Commissioner Adam Silver to do some serious soul-searching about the All-Star game. The game has become a joke. 397 points were scored, 211 by the Eastern Conference. The lack of competitive effort by the players in recent All-Star games is becoming a major problem for the NBA. There will be some changes. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580 is the exclusive media sponsor of this light of ours, activist photographers of the Civil Rights Movement. A dynamic new exhibition on view now at the Skirball Cultural Center in Los Angeles. This light of ours showcases more than 150 photos taken by movement insiders from diverse backgrounds that reveal the vital work undertaken by a broad coalition of organizers and everyday people whose collective action changed America. This light of ours is one of 3 temporary exhibitions currently on view at the Skirball, which together explore issues related to civil rights, immigration, and pluralism. Tickets and more information for all 3 exhibitions are available at skirball.org. That's skirball.org. SKIRBALL.org.
Okay, 3 more climbers, 7 loggers.
Ted's sustainably sourced logging company is growing a new branch.
What about truck driver contracts?
Which means a new HR manager will be the first hire to fall.
Then we'll need to staff up the warehouse.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Psst. Hey,
I have a secret. I use Secret Whole Body Deodorant because more than just my armpits stink.
Oh, can I use it where my bra rubs under my...
Oh, yeah.
And what about down there? You know, my...
Totally. 4 out of 5 gynecologists would recommend it. So I tried it, and now I get 72 hours of freshness from my pits to my...
Ooh, I love that it's a spray.
Me too. And it comes in sticks and creams too. Go get your Secret Whole Body Deodorant.
We knew you'd stick around. This is LA's home for progressive talk radio. Be heard. Welcome back to KBLA Talk 1580.
Baby, let's cruise away from here. Don't be confused. The way is clear. And if you want it, you got it forever. This is not a one-night stand, baby. So let the music take your mind. Ooh, just release and you will find you're gonna fly away. Glad you're going my way. I love it when we're cruising together.
Happy birthday, Smokey Robinson. It's his Big B day today. And just thought we'd give him some love on this day. Love me some Smokey Robinson. I got to interview him one time, and it was incredible. It was worth the wait. Happy B day, Smokey Robinson. Okay, we got a lot to do. We're in calling all candidates phase. Calling all candidates. That means you. If you are running for something, call me 800-920-1580. Also want to give some love to Ederline DeBarge. She's the matriarch of the DeBarge family, the mama of El DeBarge. Also an incredibly gifted gospel singer. And she made her transition Friday at the age of 88. And so rest in peace to her. She was a gospel singer. She was a mother of 10, including 7 who were in the group DeBarge, and they're not saying her cause of death, but she apparently did have dementia. So condolences to all of the children, especially El DeBarge, who's sort of an auxiliary part of our KBLA delegation, having been on my show and Danny Moe's show, and just really being supportive of this radio station. So rest in peace to Miss Ederline DeBarge. Okay, Big Phil, you got something else I wanted to let you land. I know we were up against news, traffic, and sports, and we were talking about, and you know what, I actually didn't really give you the full overview. There's a bunch of candidates running for that position. I gave you the ones that I remembered right off the top of my head. Most of them are on our website. Most of them, James R. Landis Spencer is a Republican, our environmental consultant. Haven't talked to him. Jennifer Trishelle Marie Williams is there. Albert Robles, former mayor of Carson. I'm going to say no to that. If you care what I think. He hasn't been on. But Laura Richardson has yet to come on. Alex Monteiro, he's a Portuguese guy, an education guy who was a Hawthorne City Council member. Nilo Vega Michelin as a community college trustee. They've both been on. This guy Lamar Lyons is running. And then, as you mentioned, Michelle Chambers, who is, she worked for Rob Bonta in the Attorney General, and she was also Compton City Council in 2019. And she's also the sister of Michael K. Williams, the famous actor from The Wire, who passed in 2021. And then our former Congresswoman Laura Richardson. But, if it was, if it was me, I would be picking between Williams, Richardson, and Chambers, because not just because they're black women, they seem to be the best candidates. For me, I haven't talked to everybody, but they don't all answer my call. For me, I'm leaning Chambers because she is she is a progressive and she's been endorsed by the incumbent. But, you got to make up your own mind. That's why we have the folks on the website, KBLA 1580. You can hear for yourself. And hopefully we'll get Laura Richardson in here soon to make her case, because I'm sure she will have a lot to say.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Two other things I'm going to land. What's so happy about the president? There's nothing happy about this day when they raped my ancestors, especially Tommy Jefferson. He had about 15 kids, okay? It's nothing happy about this day. It's really a sad day for my ancestors, okay? And I'm going to land with this. He's playing Smokey Robinson. Play one of my clients. Why don't you play some Bobby Womack sometime? How about that, huh?
Well, when is Bobby Womack's birthday, Big Phil? Today is Smokey Robinson's birthday. I love Bobby Womack.
Actually, I think it's coming up in March.
Okay, so note to Miles.
I'm just playing with you, messing with you. I know he's a legend. He's a Hall of Famer, too, okay? I'm throwing it out there, okay? I'm sorry. I apologize about Smokey, but, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm sorry.
No apology needed.
He was an icon, okay? Okay.
No apology
so you guys,
needed.
I love you, Dominique, and be careful down there because there's so much stuff going on in the world. These shootings out. The devil really busy.
Yeah. When you say was a legend, you're talking about Bobby Womack, of course.
I love you. Take care.
Yeah, because Smokey Robinson is a legend. He is still with March 4th. You're right. March 4th. Okay, March 4th, Smokey Robinson coming your way. Oh, look at that. We have one of our candidates calling in, heeding the call. We're open call for candidates right now. Dan Chang is running for LAUSD School Board District 3. Hi, Mr. Chang.
Hi, Dominique. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for calling. Your 4 minutes starts now.
Let's go. Happy birthday to Smokey Robinson. And thanks for having me. I am a public school teacher. I'm a parent, and I have a 20-year track record of improving public schools in Los Angeles. I'm running because we really need to change the direction of LA Unified. 70% of kids in the school district are not at grade level in math. 60% of kids are not at grade level in reading, and those statistics have not changed in the 20 years that I have been serving schools in LA. So from 2003, when I first started in public schools, to now, those numbers have not meaningfully changed. So we really need to change the direction of the school district, and I've got a track record of doing it in the classroom. I've got a track record of doing it at the school level. I was part of a team that led the turnaround of Locke High School in Watts in 2008. And I've done it at the district level. I helped open a philanthropy with the superintendent of LA Unified to raise money for the school system. So I've done it in the classroom, at the school, at the district level, and we need fresh new leadership to really make sure that our kids are getting the educations they deserve to reach their dreams and fulfill their potential. So that's why I'm running. My district covers a huge swath of territory. So it starts in Studio City, picks up Sherman Oaks, then hops over the 405 freeway and picks up the entire Northwest Valley. That's the Northwest San Fernando Valley. So Chatsworth, Northridge, Canoga Park, Granada Hills, Winnetka, Woodland Hills, West Hills, Reseda. It's a really large district, and anybody who thinks the school district needs a little bit of a push, can do better, can serve students, teachers, and families better. That is my platform, and that's what I'm running on.
You got a crowded race here. I see you've got a bunch of people, 5, including the incumbent, running to hold on to the seat. And you say you want to cut down on bureaucracy. I think we all want that, but how do you do it?
Oh, my goodness. So one, I think I can get to about $120 million of cuts to the bureaucracy right from the get-go. And I'd love to take that money and start to redistribute it back to schools and find the schools that are most successful, the departments that are most successful, and start to give them the resources to scale. And when I say scale, I mean like replicate and grow and start to, from the ground up, grow successful schools, and that's going to help raise the academic performance of the district as a whole. And I want to do it outside the traditional local district bureaucracy of LA Unified, right? Like give that money directly to schools, to teachers, to staff, so they can start to build and grow their programs.
All right, you've got a little under a minute. Tell us about your website and stuff.
Oh, absolutely. So www.changforchange.org. That's CHANG, the number 4, and then change.org. We've got volunteer events multiple times a week. We're text banking on Tuesdays. We're phone banking on Saturdays. We're canvassing on Sundays leading up to the March 5th election day. We need all the help we can get. We need to get the word out. And, there's just so many people who have come up against the bureaucracy in LA Unified as a parent, as a teacher, as a student, and they're frustrated. They want more, they want better, and we can do it. I work with tons of just amazing teachers on the regular, and we just need a little bit of help.
All right. Dan Chang, candidate for LAUSD School Board District 4. Thank you for calling in today. Appreciate you.
District 3.
Oh, District 3. Oh, District 3. My fault. Okay. changforchange.org. Thanks for calling. KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
LADWP is proud to partner with KBLA to share with you how to start the new year without bill worries. We're here to help if you're behind on your bill or need help staying current. Sign up anytime online for Level Pay to set predictable monthly payments throughout the year, including for past due amounts. You can also check out the special extended pay arrangements of up to 48 months to help pay down your bill. If you're a senior or income qualified, you may be eligible for Easy Save to receive discounts and also qualify for free and discounted energy and water saving devices. You can get up to $15,000 for past due water and or sewer bills and up to $3,000 for electric bills. But you gotta act fast. Funding is limited. You can reduce your past due bills and kick off the year right, because here at LADWP, we're here to help. Visit ladwp.com/cares today and find out more.
When you use Bounce dryer sheets and your clothes look amazing, it's the sheet. Less static in your life? Yeah, it's the sheet. Smelling fresher than ever? It's the sheet. Oh, so soft fabric? Ooh la la. It's the sheet. Less wrinkles on your clothes? You know it's the sheet. Bounce dryer sheets. More freshness, more softness. Less static, less wrinkles. It's the sheet.
Jim was at the laundromat when he heard, his ear said, "Maraca, senor," but his nose said, "Hey, freshest scent ever." Following his nose, Jim found a man pouring Gain scent beads into the washer. The scent, the freshness. Jim blurted, "Sir, your scent maracas smell amazing." You could call them scent maracas, but most noses call them Gain scent beads. Try Gain scent beads. Way fresher than detergent alone.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
When we learn the power of hope, recovery is possible. Find out how at startwithhope.com. Brought to you by the National Council for Mental Wellbeing, Shatterproof, and the Ad Council.
Your ancestors' favorite radio station, and your favorite morning show host. Let's get back to Dominique DiPrima right now.
Right now, again, we have an open call for candidates. Not too late to call today on this messy Monday, 800-920-1580. If you want to get in where you fit in, we will give you 4 minutes of fame right now. 800-920-1580. So the neo-Nazis marched this weekend in Nashville, Tennessee. I heard one of the Justins talking about it on social. Sure enough, I looked it up. It was a small but loud group of neo-Nazis marching in downtown Nashville with actual swastikas, the whole 9 yards. They had long sleeve shirts with black pants. They were carrying Nazi flags. They were like in some kind of pseudo uniform. And of course, no one was arrested because they don't arrest folks at fascist demonstrations. Only only pro-democracy and anti-racism demonstrations, apparently. You have to, like, actually try to kill police officers to get arrested if you're a fascist in this country. Yeah, they were confronted and then they went away. This is something that, has happened in South LA. I've witnessed it with my own eyes. The ADL says that they are a physical fitness group that is also low-key fascist. I actually have seen an article about that where they recruit people based on physical fitness and kind of a survivalist vibe, and then they slowly segue them into the whole extremist white nationalist vibe, philosophy, white supremacy philosophy. The World Health Organization says the Nasser hospital in Gaza is no longer functional. Israeli Defense Forces entered that complex on Thursday. They call it a precise strike. The reporters on the ground call it a total devastation of that hospital. Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, categorically rejecting any international calls for ceasefire or a two-state solution. And we are hearing that the U.S. will one more time reject a UN resolution calling for a ceasefire. Supposedly, Biden wants to back-channel it and try to do something off the books. But it's such a horrible look for the U.S. I wish that Joe Biden could find it in his desire for re-election to not veto that UN resolution. We're up to 35,000 dead. It's just horrific, the number of children and civilians that are dying. We're at the point where, I mean, by he I mean Netanyahu, is saying that if Hamas doesn't surrender and give them all the hostages by Ramadan, that he's going to do a full-scale invasion. That's March 4th. How are we letting this go on and on and on, this death and destruction? We are the main financiers of this war. How are we letting it go on? We have to, at some point, you have to say, if you don't cooperate, we're not going to keep giving you money. It's like, how am I your sugar daddy and I have no say in your life? That doesn't make sense. Well, so the DJT setback on Friday was a huge one. $355 million in fines for Donald Trump for his business fraud, for exaggerating the worth of his businesses to get loans and then shrinking the worth of his businesses to pay less taxes. Letitia James, no word about who she's dating, no drama. Well, there's a little drama. The conservatives always have drama, but that is a win for, that's a win for democracy. It's a win for Letitia James, and it is a win for people that care about ethics in business, and the small business owners, the little guy. Because while Trump is cheating, and lying his way to billions, he's stiffing contractors, lawyers, all kinds of folks because he doesn't pay his bills. Well, with interest and the money that his children are due, it's close to $450 million, and that's not counting that $83 million for E. Jean Carroll. Oh yeah, he's appealing, but that doesn't mean he's off the hook. More when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
Say the quiet part out loud. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Race, culture wars, political turf battles, criminal justice and injustice, the courts. These are the conversations you won't hear elsewhere. My guests are leading journalists, celebrities, and sports figures, elected leaders, and influencers. They aren't afraid to get into it and say the quiet part out loud. With Ariva Martin in real time, your commute just became the most engaging part of your day. Tune in weekdays from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. or find us on YouTube. Ariva Martin in real time, when you want it straight, no chaser.
Unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
Some people just know the best places to eat around town. Those are the people who know to choose Allstate. They know exactly where to go to get exactly what you're wanting. They know where to find the spiciest hot pot, the gooeyest brownies, and the tenderest, most flavorful portobello steak. Those people also know that safe drivers save 40% with Allstate.
Saving 40% is based on the national average premium savings for Allstate auto customers with a clean driving record versus those without. Savings vary by state and vary based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Mr. Clean.
Of course I use Mr. Clean Magic Eraser to clean tough messes off my stovetop and bathtub. But then I discovered I can also use it to easily clean my patio furniture and even my shoes. I'm hooked.
And when wipes won't cut it, I use Magic Eraser Sheets. They're thin and flexible erasers, perfect for everyday messes, like gunk on my counters and sinks. They really are magical.
The reviews are in. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser and Sheets make cleaning look easy.
Heard any other talk radio lately that sounds anything like this? We didn't think so. You're listening to Unapologetically Progressive, KBLA Talk 1580.
I love that this judge, Arthur Engeron, was lenient in terms of the fact that he didn't ban Trump for life from business. Why do I love that? Because he put all the hammer into the money, right? So it's $355 million, $450 with interest. Then there's $4 million for each of the sons. He has imposed a 2-year ban on either one of Trump's sons running the company, which means probably they're going to have to find someone outside the family because Eric Trump is the CEO of that company, acting CEO. And here's the thing, he is appealing. That interest can continue to build during the appeals. And he may, now in the E. Jean Carroll case, the first one, that $5 million, he's already got that $5 million in like an escrow account. That's not what it's called. It's some kind of account that holds the money so that in case if he wins on appeal or they reduce the amount he's owed, then he'll get his money back. But this way, her money is set aside. In case he loses on appeal, it is available. I'm not sure if they can force him to do that with his $450 million or a percentage of it while his appeal goes forward, or if his lawyers will be able to stop the interest clock from ticking, because the interest on $355 million apparently adds up pretty quickly if he's already at $450 right now. And one of the things he said is that, Trump is, his complete lack of contrition and remorse borders on pathological. That's why he's hitting him so hard. However, he's still letting him go back to business in New York after about 4 years. Now, you might think Trump is a billionaire. He has said he's worth up to $10 billion. Most experts believe it's closer to 2 or even less than that. We should all have that little money. But liquid cash and assets are two different things. So he may have to start selling some stuff off. You notice he started selling those Trump Force Ones or whatever they're called, the insurrection shoes. And they're really expensive. My understanding is he raised, something like $500,000 already just from the shoes. But, he's doing what grifters do. He's finding ways to monetize everything. How tacky is that? Can you imagine if any black politician anywhere had golden shoes with their name on them to raise money while they're still running to be president, senator, city council person? It's unimaginably tacky. And I think it's just the beginning, because liquid cash, these fines and judgments could take up all of his liquid assets, and there may be more coming. Remember, he's got a lot more court appearances, a lot more problems on the horizon. And yeah, it makes me smile. Yeah, I'm celebrating because this guy has gotten away with so much for so long. I really thought the whole Trump University thing was going to take him down at the beginning of his during the campaign, because it was so corrupt, stealing people's money and saying he was going to teach them how to be rich, meanwhile not paying his contractors. But that didn't do it. Maybe getting all of his liquid cash will give him a measure of accountability for the crookedness, and hopefully it'll take the shine off his re-election bid. That's Messy Monday. Time to talk relationships after news, traffic, and sports on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
Thank you for sharing a part of your Monday with us. I'm Mike Moore. Here's the latest from the Black Information Network. A grassroots group is calling for the city of Boston, Massachusetts to pay